Hi there, it's Yasmin here. How are you doing today? Hope you're really well and getting really excited about 2021. So today I thought I would do something I've been promising to do for a while, which is to give you my how to use your Moonology diary video for 2021. So every diary is a little bit different from the last one, and moreover, every year new people use the diary for the first time. And while it might seem really obvious how to use it, if you're new to astrology and new to Moonology, I think it will help to get a little talk through. Okay, so here we are with the gorgeous Moonology diary, if I do say so myself. I think it's beautiful. Artwork by Nix Rowan, beautiful, who also did my Moonology cards. So now, I mean, if you're like me and you like a bit of journaling, just to show you right off the bat, I've actually put something here which says yoga, pranayama, mantra, and Om Namo Narayani, which is my little daily routine that I like, and I like to do it in that order. So, you know, feel free to use the diary in as creative a way as you like. There's a space there for your name, which I haven't filled out yet, and then there's the contents here. So we've got welcome to 2021, understanding the lunar cycle, working with the astrological houses, how to use this diary, and also a year planner for next year, and then something about me. So there you go. So to start with, we have this section, which is welcome to 2021. And it's really an introduction to the general overall energies coming up in 2021, the astrology and the Moonology. And then for anyone who's new to Moonology, I have a guide here to the 8 main phases of the moon: the new moon, the crescent moon, first quarter, gibbous, full moon, disseminating moon, third quarter, and the balsamic moon. And then this section is the bit that's really, some people get a little bit confused about, and I really want to go into a tiny bit of detail about it, because this is really what takes the diary, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, to the next level, okay? So what you have here is an overview of what's called the houses. Now, in astrology, the houses are basically, when you have your horoscope drawn up, it's cut up into 12 sections, which looks kind of like a slice of pizza with 12 slices, it looks like a pizza with 12 slices in it. And they are the houses of your chart, and they all deal with different parts of your life. So for example, your first house is appearance and image, second house, cash, property and possessions, third house, communication, siblings and neighbours, and so on. So you've got them all here, an overview of the houses. And now that's the really quick overview. And then if you turn the page, I have interpretations, forecasts that you can use for the new moon through all the houses. Okay, so when you've got the new moon in the first house, what does it mean? When you've got the new moon in the second house, the fourth house, the 7th house, which is the house of love, the 8th house, which is sex and money, you know, the 10th house, career, what does it mean? And you've actually got forecasts in here about that. And then you've also got forecasts exactly the same except for the full moon. So the new moon is the beginning of things, and the full moon is the climax and the culmination. So you've got those all about the full moon as well. So how do you use that? All right, so what you do is you turn to any new moon or full moon. If you do it now, if you've got the diary already, turn now to any new moon or full moon. I've turned to page 34, the new moon in Capricorn, which is going to be on the 13th of January. So that'll be the first new moon of 2021. So now, what you see is you get some key energies for the moon, you get the times and the degrees around the world, then you get an overview of what the new moon is all about. So it's really useful if you want to know what's the new moon going to be bringing me, or if you're a yoga teacher who does classes and you want to get a little explanation, something like that. I mention that because I've got a friend who's a yoga teacher, and I know she always reads it out to her class. And then you get this section here, which is what this lunation means for you, all right? What this lunation means for you. And it says, to discover where the energy of this new moon is for you, find your star sign or rising sign to see which house is involved, and then read the section on the moon through the houses, which is back here where I was before. Okay, so now just say if you are Aries rising, then for you, Aries, the Capricorn new moon is in your 10th house. Okay, so you go, okay, 10th house, pages 10 to 14, turn back, 10 to 14, new moon, orbit 10th house, so go over the page. Okay, so this month's new moon is flooding my professional or student life with potential and ambition. And so you basically get to know where it's taking place for you. So if you haven't, done my Moonology course, for example, and you just are starting to learn about all this, it's a really, really easy way to tell where everything is, and it's every new moon and every full moon, and you can find out what each new moon and full moon is likely to bring you. And also, just to mention, I also have this new moon affirmation every month, and I've worked that out based on the energies of the new moon in Capricorn 2021. So this Capricorn new moon is supercharged as it's taking place near the planet of explosions and fireworks, transformation and passion, Pluto. So, this is why I've said my life is transforming and I'm reinventing myself, because Pluto is all about transformation and reinvention. Okay, so we know that the new moon in Capricorn in January is going to be all about transformation, reinvention, and Pluto. So that's kind of like the basics. And then every new moon and every full moon, you've got this space to write out your new moon wishes here. And then here what I have are like journal prompts. Okay, they're like journal prompts, and they're questions that I've come up with, again, based on the new moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto in January 2021. So, for example, the new moon, questions to ask at this new moon: what am I scared of? All right, and how does that fear hold me back? What transformation do I want to see in my life? And that reminds me, there is actually a section a bit earlier, which I didn't mention yet, for what you want to draw into your life and your action plan for 2021. So this is kind of, what am I scared of? And the reason for doing that is because the new moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto is a really good time to blast through your fears, So the journal prompts are all designed to go with the new moon. And then when we get the full moon, it's all the same. You get the name of what it is, the main energies, the date, the time, the degrees, all the information you need about the full moon in Leo, which is at the end of January, what this lunation means to me. So again, look up your star sign, or if you know it, your rising sign, because you will get a much more accurate reading if you read your rising sign. And then go back to where it's all the information about the new and the full, about the full moon, what it means to all the houses, okay, which starts on page 14. And then you'll know what the full moon is bringing you. I love it. And then there's a little exercise to do at the full moon as well, which in this case is a release exercise. And then you've got over the page your full moon forgiveness list, really important to make. And then questions to ask at this full moon. And you get 3 more or less journal prompts. And if you run out of space, you can just use something else, that's fine. And so ideally you want to burn your forgiveness list. So rip it out. Don't worry, it's fine. There'll be another diary next year. Don't worry. It's better to burn it out, rip it out and burn it. And also just to mention that every month has its own overview of what's coming up astrologically and when it comes to Moonology, and a little calendar there with the new full moons and ideas for things to do every month based on the energies, based on the astrology, okay? So that's about it. It's pretty darn simple, but if you use it right, it will change your life if you use it correctly. Making your new moon wishes, setting your intentions, making your commitments to yourself, working on yourself with the prompts, using the affirmations, looking at where the new moon is triggering your chart or the full moon is triggering your chart and becoming conscious of what's going on in your chart. It's really a first step for people who are starting to get into astrology or who are already into astrology and just want all the information presented to them on a silver platter. So there you go. This is my how to use my Moonology diary 2021. I hope that helps. If you've got any questions, you can either email me or I'm going to put this on Facebook as well, so you can leave a comment below if you've got any questions. And remember, if you don't have the diary yet, you will get $245 worth of freebies if you order it, including my 79-page horoscope year ahead e-zine for all 12 signs. Plus, you'll also get access to my 2021, it'll be on January 23, 2021, my workshop. And I will put a link in the description here about how to access all the freebies as well if you don't have them. And if you've already got my diary, go to that page and scroll right down to where it says I've already got the diary, and you can put your details in there. Or if you were given it as a gift, there's a link that says if you bought it in a bookshop and you don't have your receipt, which is, understandable, or you were given it as a gift, click here and you'll go to a page which will show you how to get your freebies without having a receipt. All right, so on that note, I am wishing you an amazing 2021. It's going to be a really big year, and I think it's going to be a year when we can crash through a lot of barriers that have been holding us back personally and professionally and as a race, as the human race. So I'm giving you lots and lots of good wishes. Mwah, for an amazing year, and I'll speak to you soon. Mwah. See ya.